Did you know that low estrogen can negatively affect your libido? It can also cause fatigue, depression, brain fog, dry and aging skin. In some women, it can worsen insulin resistance, making them accumulate more fat in the belly. When we have high estrogen, we complain. When we have low estrogen, we also complain. It's because estrogen must be in good levels in the body. Did you know that chronically low estrogen can affect your heart health? Some women will have low estrogen because of menopause, but others will have low estrogen because of different reasons. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you the side effects of low estrogen and what we can do to improve the situation. So let's go! Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Camila and I am from Brazil. I'm a health coach and I take care of women. We have different types of estrogen in our body, but today I will be talking about Estradiol, which is the most abundant estrogen in our body. It promotes fertility and our feminine traits. Men will also have estrogen in their bodies, but in smaller amounts. That's why they don't look feminine as we do. Estrogen improves our skin and hair quality. It's a very anti-aging thing. So you see that menopausal women will age faster because they lose estrogen. It lubricates our joints, protects our muscle mass, our bone mass, also promotes vaginal lubrication. You see a lot of women with low estrogen will complain about painful sex and sometimes vaginal atrophy. Estrogen is also neuroprotective. It protects our brain. So you see that women with low estrogen may have brain fog, trouble with memory. They may also feel depressed. In some stage, they may have some mental problems. It's also heart protective. So you see that young women will have less chance of having a heart attack than men. And when they reach menopause, things become the same because they lose estrogen. Another interesting thing, estrogen can be anabolic. Yes, it promotes muscle mass because it increases IGF-1, which is an anabolic hormone that improves your muscle mass. So estrogen is also anabolic, not only testosterone. Indirectly, of course, testosterone is going to help a lot. But estrogen also helps with muscle building. I won't be talking about excess of estrogen. You can check my other videos. I talk about estrogen dominance and how you can manage it. So talking about my experience, the type of women that I used to get with low estrogen, first, obviously, menopausal women, but also women with conditions like PCOS, metabolic dysfunction, HPA dysfunction, fitness women that have a lot of restricted diets and sometimes use anabolic steroids that lower estrogen, and also women on birth control. Some birth control methods will lower estradiol as well. So this is the main public that I used to get. I've been working with women for over 8 years, almost 9 years, and this is the kind of people that I used to get. So let's separate them. Menopausal women will be different from the others. Menopausal women don't have that communication, brain ovaries that they had in the past because their ovarian reserve is almost finishing, so they don't have the communication anymore. They don't have hormone production. So I don't do a lot of things to boost hormone production because the communication is off. It doesn't happen anymore. So a lot of these women will benefit from hormone therapy. I know many women don't want to do hormone therapy, but they will benefit from it. So you have to choose between having cognition problems, bone loss, muscle loss, or doing the hormone therapy. But okay, let's talk about the women that don't want to do the therapy. In my experience, I always see blood work. I pay attention to behavior and health status, lifestyle, and everything. So the women that are in menopause but having very good health, they will have a good HPA-X condition. So the cortisol will be well balanced. They will cope with stress better. As their adrenals are working well, I also noticed that their DHEA is also high, so they have a good adrenal function. This makes a lot of difference in how you age. So these clients know how to manage stress very well, and sometimes I supplement with DHEA. It helps a lot. It is a hormone precursor. It won't give you lots of estrogen anymore, but it helps with the adrenals, and that keeps you with a good cognition and avoids you from aging too fast. Another thing that they do, they follow a good lifestyle, they prioritize sleep, they do weightlifting. Many times we think about weight loss only and we ignore weightlifting, but weightlifting it's super important, and we always just think about cardio when we want to lose weight, but weightlifting is super important. It will keep your muscle mass, your mobility, because it's something that you start to lose when you lose estrogen. Also, muscle is active tissue. It's going to help you lose more weight. You will burn more calories. So have this in mind. Another thing is control your menopause belly fats. If you have a lot of visceral fats, you can have more problems with your heart. So you have to take care of this. Insulin resistance is the main thing that you have to care about. A lot of my clients will benefit, for example, from intermittent fasting. This is going to improve their insulin levels. Sometimes I suggest some supplements like berberine and even metformin to help balance their glucose levels. So insulin is something that you have to care about. Other clients will benefit from DHEA. It's an anabolic steroid and it can cause virilization, but a lot of women in menopause won't care about it because they just want to be functional and have their muscles and bone. And DHEA is used for osteoporosis, for example, and it's very effective. And some women are open to it, and it makes a huge difference in menopause as well. But I can talk about this subject in another video. So the first thing you have really to prioritize is your adrenal function, metabolic function as well, your sleep, weightlifting, and cardio just with the weightlifting. Both must work together, and DHEA should be good. Testosterone replacement therapy will also support a lot of women, will help a lot, will help with libido as well and keep your muscles. So young women is different. You still have the communication between your brain and your ovaries. You still have a lot of eggs in your ovaries and you can stimulate estrogen again. So let's understand how we can do this. PCOS and condition and metabolic conditions, similar conditions. Insulin, as I said before, is the first thing that you have to care about. So you have to improve your insulin levels. I spoke about supplements, also carb management. You have to know how to eat the carbs in the times that you are most active, so you make a better use of the carbs. Some people will benefit from a ketogenic diet. For a short time, you don't have to stay on keto for the rest of your life, but for some time some people will benefit from a ketogenic diet. Some people will even benefit for a high carb diet if they do it properly, low fat, if they avoid seed oils, processed foods, things that can worsen insulin resistance, not only carbohydrates. So first thing, if you have a metabolic disease condition, you have to improve your insulin, because when you have insulin resistance, sometimes your androgens will raise and they will impact the production of estrogen and also progesterone. Second thing, diet. If you are a fitness lady, I was a fitness lady in the past. My body fat was very, very low and I used to eat almost nothing and I had no estrogen as well. What I did to improve my estrogen levels, I ate more. I started to eat enough, the quantity that my body needs, because your body will always prioritize survival. If you're not eating well, your body understands that you are in starvation and it will shut down your hormones. So you have to eat enough, and in some cases you have to eat enough good fats because they also help with hormone production. Not only calories, also nutrients. Your body will need, for example, zinc, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, a lot of different vitamins to make hormone production. So if your diet is very poor in vitamins, but if it has a lot of calories, for example, you may also have problems with hormone production. Problems with thyroid also may affect hormone production. It uses to affect progesterone levels, but it can also affect estrogen levels. For example, fitness women that eat very little, they may have low thyroid function, because thyroid also likes calories. If they have low thyroid function, their hormones may also be affected. But other women will have different troubles, different thyroid troubles for different reasons, and they have to fix it in order to have their hormones back. Another thing that can shut down your fertility is adrenal dysfunction, cortisol. The other thing that I'm always seeing, your body will always prioritize survival. If the demand of cortisol is super high, or if it's high for chronic periods, your body will not think about fertility and it will shut down your hormones. I had a client, she was trying to get pregnant, she wasn't being successful, her adrenal was severely affected. I made a video about it, I will post the video here, put the video here. And we had to solve the adrenal dysfunction first, and then her hormones start to come back, and now she's pregnant, she got pregnant, and she had low estrogen because of adrenal dysfunction. Another thing for fitness women is body fat. If your body fat is very low, your body will also shut down fertility, because your body always think about starvation. If you get pregnant and you have anything to eat, your body will start to take energy from itself, and if you don't have enough fat to take the energy from, you cannot stay pregnant. So fertility is also not important. So a healthy body fat for women is about 18 to 20% of body fat, but some of my clients will have 15-14% and they will still menstruate. I also menstruate with a low body fat, but for example 10% of body fat will impact your fertility, your estrogen, progesterone levels. Another thing that I'm always talking about that can disrupt your hormones is endocrine disruptors. We have a lot of plastic, we have a lot of PPA and things that can affect our hormones. They act as estrogen, but they are not really our estrogen, and this can mess up with the message in your body, the message that I told you, brain and ovaries. It can mess up with everything and make you infertile and lower your estrogen as well. So you have to pay attention to your makeup and cosmetics and things you have around you. Supplements that I like to use with some clients is Vitex. Vitex helps with production of progesterone, but indirectly estrogen. It helps to balance your hormones. So this is a kind of tool that I use with my clients, and sometimes I will consider hormone therapy for a short time while we fix the situation, because sometimes when the person has low estrogen, the quality of their life is going to be very poor, because if they have, for example, cognition problems, they cannot study for anything, they cannot learn anything anymore. This is going to affect tremendously their lives. So sometimes I start with some hormone therapy, and then when their body starts to respond back, we go off the hormone therapy and then they feel better. So blood work, estrogen fluctuates a lot throughout your cycle, but if you have, for example, estrogen below 20 to 30 pg/ml, this is very low. So you have to pay attention to this. It must be at least higher than 30 pg/ml, but it's going to fluctuate a lot during your cycle. For example, in your ovulation, it can reach 600 pg/ml. In the luteal phase, the PMS phase, it can reach 150, 250. It's going to fluctuate a lot. But if you have estrogen, estradiol below 30, you have to pay attention to it. You cannot keep your estrogen in very low levels, because you can have lots of problems. As I told you, especially if you're young, I have clients in their 20s that have low estrogen, low estradiol, and I tell them, don't keep your estrogen levels like this, because you can have a lot of mental problems, heart problems, as I told you, many things that are going to harm a lot your health. So estrogen is super important. And I do things differently to my athlete clients, because they don't want to support fertility. They don't care about fertility, but they want to stay healthy. They don't want to have problems in the future. So my approach with them is different, and this is a subject for another video. So if you liked this video, give a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends, and let's grow this channel. Thank you so much.